Hey, New York traffic. Yeah, it wasn't the best idea to come in here with the bike.
I get you on my radar, it's a beauty. A little dot on the screen and it hits me. I will never let you out of sight. That's my mission. That's my mission tonight. I got something you really can't handle. A little charge in your heart, ready to dismantle. I will never let you out of sight. That's my mission. That's my mission tonight.
After 2 days of being stuck on foot, commuting and walking around Manhattan, I got the bike set up with my Garmin, packed up my backpack and left for a little cruise on the Jersey side. I checked out Branchbrook Park, which to be honest was quite a nice view compared to the cityscape of New Jersey. My only aim was to ride around and get a feel for the bike, as it was quite a heavy beast and the seating position and dynamics were much different than my V-Strom. Surprisingly, at least to me, the roads were in a much worse shape than expected. Also, the abysmal suspension of this Harley didn't do any favors for me either. The greatest and most unexpected culture shock to me though was the traffic and how chaotic the drivers are. The rules, in my opinion, are kind of strange. As far as I noticed, right of way and the general European right-hand rule is not a thing here. Almost every intersection has a traffic light or a stop sign. And as far as I noticed, at least in New Jersey, most traffic lights are not safe. Because of this, the whole flow of traffic is very stop and go all the time. After getting more comfortable with the bike and racking up some miles in the city, I decided it was time to find something for dinner. While I do that little search, I'm going to give you a little flash review of my ride. After all, we are going to be riding this bike for the next 1.5 weeks. First off, the main specs. This is a Harley-Davidson Sportster Custom from 2004, if I remember right. It has a 1200cc air-cooled V-twin with a pushrod overhead valve design. It produces an OK 107 Nm at 3500 RPM, which, considering its displacement, could be better. The bike is not a weapon definitely, but not too sluggish either. Offers a pretty balanced ride power-wise. Has a single 292mm disc brakes on the front and rear, and no ABS or traction control whatsoever. Though this is fine with me, I'm not a fan of electronics in my bikes anyway. Suspension-wise, the bike has upright forks in the front and a twin-sided swing arm with 2 shock absorbers in the rear. To be entirely honest, the suspension was my biggest disappointment with the ride. The whole bike is very stiff and barely has any trouble or dampening. You will definitely start feeling sore and beat up just after a few miles on this one. I know, I have. Gas mileage is okay, compared to my V-Strom it's worse but not terrible. And considering US gas prices, it might as well be great. To sum it all up, it was a mixed bag for me. On one hand, the bike has torque, sounds amazing, and in my opinion has a very traditional vibe to it. On the other hand, the seating position would be okay if not for the horrible suspension, which after a few hours starts rearranging the bones in your lower back with its harsh, non-dampened kicks. The seat is abysmal as well, with barely any proper padding, though this could be fixed with a mid-range aftermarket seat or some seat covers. And I have to mention one more thing. This is a bit nitpicky, and I'm sure folks who are used to this are fine with it. But I have to mention the blinker switches. I hate the layout and the ergonomics with a burning passion. And the so-called auto cancel feature even more so. If you are not familiar with this kind of setup, usually the blinker switches are in one little assembly by your left thumb. You can switch both directions with it and also cancel with a press. On most of the Harleys I've seen in the US, this is split. on a strangely too big button on the left side by your thumb and the same on the right side. Now, it is very uncomfortable and sometimes almost impossible to signal to your right when, for example, accelerating heavily. You either don't reach the button, or even if you do, the mushy press while trying to maintain a smooth throttle can be a pain. And with no button to cancel it, you will have to rely on the auto cancel, which one, either works instantly, two, works with such a delay that you end up trying to cancel it manually by doing the awkward button press again, this way re-engaging the blinker, which now won't auto cancel because you are most likely not turning anymore. Or three, around a third of the time the feature just doesn't work. I can deal with an uncomfortable suspension, but for some reason this unergonomic blinker stuff really kept bugging me. I think I have left my blinker on or failed to signal more during this week than in my entire life of riding so far. Anyways, it sounds like I'm bashing the bike, and honestly I'm not. It has some great positives and, to me, at least some very low points. But even in spite of all this, I thoroughly enjoyed my time with this very raw feeling brutish bike. And I honestly think it was the best possible motorcycle to explore this very small slice of the US with. New York traffic. Yeah, it wasn't the best idea to come in here with the bike, because it's gridlocked basically. And this is an air-cooled so this is not too good for the bike to be coasting around. But yeah, what can you do? I'm trying to get out, but I need to find my way back to 7th Avenue. It should be this one, and yeah, it's one way in the wrong direction, so I think I need to skip past that one and go on, I don't know, 6 maybe? Or that's 8. That might be 8. I have no idea how this is numbered. Also, I managed to get into the tattoo shop, Blackfish, and I kind of talked to them. They are really expensive, I have to say, but there might be a chance that I can work something out with a Russian artist who's looking to add something to her portfolio, I think. So we're gonna see. When I get back to my place, I'm gonna contact her, because I don't have any internet here in New York. And after that we will see. I think my budget will be $300 for it. But yeah, that's a lot of money, but hopefully she can do something good for me. Because this is gonna be the first piece. So it needs to be good, because every other artist is gonna add to this. So I need to set a bar with this one. Yeah, we will see. I will get back to you, I think, in the Lincoln Tunnel, because yeah, this is gonna take lots of time. The lights are really long here, and traffic is really slow. Everybody's going so f***ing slow, I don't know. Europe is much more chaotic, but at least it's faster, because it's really slow like this. Look at this, I've been sitting here for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes at this light, f***ing hell. And I can't even filter because it's not legal here. That's extra stupid. Okay, f*** this. There was the po-po on the sidewalk. Hopefully they are not mad at me. This is some kind of police station, I think. This might be the Manhattan police station, or the headquarters, because there are lots of police cars stuff there on the curb there. So I don't know. Well, welcome to Hell's Kitchen. Oh dude, Come on. I'm gonna go up there so I'm not sticking out in the intersection. Oh yeah, so here we are. This is Moynihan Grain Hall, I think. Yeah. And this is Madison Square Garden. So yeah, just so you see. It's nice, and I need to turn left soon. Unfortunately, that's all my footage from inside the city, because after this my camera batteries unexpectedly ran out of juice. Luckily, it was just a bunch of standing around in the New York traffic until I got home to New Jersey. In the next episode, I'll be exploring Liberty State Park on my last day in the city. See you next time!